In the pharmaceutical and biotechnology industry, a contract research organization, CRO, is responsible for the design, execution, and management of clinical trials. It assists pharmaceutical, medical device, or biotechnology companies in completing the drug development process. CROs typically follow ICH-GCP, International Council for Harmonization, Good Clinical Practice, and comply with regulatory agencies such as the FDA/EMA to conduct clinical trials. Clinical trial process conducted by CROs. Clinical trials are generally divided into 4 phases, phase 1 to 4, with CROs providing different services at each stage. 1. Preclinical and preparation phase. CROs assist clients, pharmaceutical/biotech companies, with preclinical study, analyzing drug safety, pharmacokinetics, and toxicology, typically conducted in animal models. Study design, developing a clinical trial protocol, determining target populations, dosage, and control groups. Regulatory submission, submitting an investigational new drug, IND, application to regulatory agencies such as the FDA, EMA, or NMPA for trial approval. Ethics approval, submitting the protocol to an institutional review board, IRB/ethics committee, EC, to ensure ethical compliance. 2. Clinical trial execution, phase 1 to 3. Once regulatory approval is obtained, CROs manage the clinical trial process, including phase 1, safety assessment. Objective, evaluating drug safety, tolerance, and dosage range in a small group of healthy volunteers, or specific patients. CRO responsibilities, selecting appropriate clinical trial sites, hospitals, clinics. Recruiting and screening participants to meet enrollment criteria. Monitoring adverse events, AE, and collecting safety data. Phase 2, efficacy and dose exploration. Objective, testing drug efficacy and optimal dosage in a larger patient population. CRO responsibilities, statistical analysis of drug efficacy data. Continuing safety monitoring and optimizing the trial protocol. Phase 3, large-scale validation. Objective, confirming drug efficacy and safety in a larger patient population and comparing it with standard treatments. CRO responsibilities, coordinating global multi-center trials. Managing data collection, analysis, and statistical reporting. Ensuring compliance with FDA/EMA regulations to prepare for new drug application, NDA, submission. 3. Data management and statistical analysis. CROs utilize biostatistics and data management systems, such as SAS, metadata rave, to ensure data accuracy and reliability. Data cleaning, removing erroneous data. Biostatistics, verifying drug efficacy through statistical methods. Regulatory compliance, ensuring trial data adheres to FDA/EMA electronic data standards, such as DISC, SDTM. 4. Post-trial phase, phase 4 and NDA/BLA submission. If phase 3 trials are successful, CROs assist pharmaceutical companies in submitting NDA/BLA, new drug application/biologics license application, to obtain marketing approval. Conducting phase 4 clinical studies, monitoring long-term safety and efficacy of marketed drugs. Pharmacovigilance, continuously tracking adverse drug reactions, ADR, to ensure drug safety. CRO's core role in clinical trials. Cost and time reduction. CROs have established trial centers, participant databases, and expert teams to accelerate the process. Global services. CROs facilitate multi-country clinical trials. Regulatory compliance, familiar with ICH-GCP, FDA/EMA regulations, ensuring trials meet legal standards. Data management and statistical analysis. Professional biostatistics ensure reliable trial data. Leading CRO companies include IQVIA, formerly Quintiles, and IMS Health. PPD, acquired by Thermo Fisher. Covance, a LabCorp subsidiary. Parexel. MedPace. How CROs select hospitals for clinical trials. When conducting clinical trials, CROs must identify suitable hospitals, research centers, clinical trial sites. This process, known as site selection, typically includes the following steps. 1. Establishing a hospital database and pre-screening. CROs maintain a research center database with global hospitals and physicians involved in previous clinical trials. Information includes clinical research experience, whether the hospital has participated in similar trials. Department resources, availability of qualified doctors, nurses, research coordinators. Participant recruitment capability, ability to enroll sufficient patients. Equipment and technical conditions, necessary labs, imaging facilities, etc. CROs shortlist potential hospitals and contact principal investigators, PIs, to gauge interest and feasibility. 2. Feasibility assessment. CROs send a feasibility questionnaire, FQ, to potential hospitals and researchers to collect information, including patient eligibility, availability of qualified patients. Patient recruitment potential, number of eligible patients, disease distribution, previous treatment data. Ethics Committee, IRB/EC, approval timeline, efficiency of ethics review process. Research team experience, familiarity with GCP protocols. Based on the survey results, CROs select the most suitable hospitals. 3. Site qualification visit, SQV, CRO's clinical trial manager, CTM, or clinical research associate, CRA, conducts an on-site assessment to confirm the hospital's trial capability. Research team's qualifications, experience of doctors, nurses, research coordinators. Laboratory and equipment conditions, availability of imaging, blood testing, data collection facilities. Data management systems, presence of electronic medical records, EMR, electronic data capture, EDC, systems. Ethics Committee, IRB/IEC, approval process, review cycle, submission requirements. Upon successful evaluation, CROs sign a clinical trial agreement, CTA, with the hospital to formalize cooperation. 4. Contract signing and ethics approval before the trial begins. Administrative steps include contract signing, defining budgets, responsibilities, and data ownership. Ethics approval, submitting the trial protocol to the hospital's IRB/EC for ethical review. Site initiation visit, SIV. CROs send CRAs to train the hospital's research team on trial execution. 5. Participant recruitment and trial execution. Once the hospital is officially designated as a trial site, patient screening and enrollment begin. CROs monitor data quality. CRAs conduct periodic site monitoring visits. Support participant recruitment, providing advertising, patient education, and recruitment support. Ensure compliance and communication, maintaining contact with the hospital to ensure smooth trial execution. Summary of CRO site selection process. Database screening and pre-screening, identify potential hospitals. Feasibility assessment, FQ, ensure hospitals meet trial requirements. Site qualification visit, SQV, evaluate hospital capability. Contract signing and ethics approval, ensure regulatory compliance. Trial initiation and participant recruitment, begin clinical trial execution. Origin of CROs. The concept of CROs emerged in the 1970s, but became widely adopted in the 1980s and 1990s due to pharmaceutical industry globalization and increasing regulatory demands. CROs became essential outsourcing partners for clinical trials. CRO evolution. 1. 1970s, initial concept. Pharmaceutical companies previously managed their own clinical trials. In 1974, the US FDA enforced stricter regulations, requiring higher data quality and ethical standards. Small consulting and statistics firms began assisting pharma companies, laying the foundation for modern CROs. 2. 1980s, formation of the CRO industry. 1982, Quintiles, now IQVIA, was founded, one of the first modern CROs. Increasing clinical trial complexity led companies to outsource data management and regulatory affairs. 1987, ICH-GCP guidelines established global standards, accelerating CRO industry growth. 3. 1990s, rapid growth of the CRO industry. Regulatory agencies such as the FDA imposed stricter requirements for drug approvals, necessitating more extensive clinical trial data. Pharmaceutical companies recognized that collaborating with CROs could reduce costs and accelerate trial timelines, leading to an increasing trend of outsourcing clinical trials. Major CRO companies emerged, such as PPD, Parexel, and Covance, gradually expanding into global markets. 4. 21st century, globalization and technology-driven growth. Global expansion, CROs expanded into Europe, Asia, and other regions, providing global multi-center clinical trial services. Technological innovation, advancements in electronic data capture, EDC, artificial intelligence, AI, and real-world evidence, RWE, have driven the progress of the CRO industry. Industry consolidation, mergers and acquisitions have shaped the industry landscape, with IQVIA, Quintiles plus IMS Health, and PPD, acquired by Thermo Fisher, increasing market concentration. Current status of the CRO industry. Today, CROs have become an indispensable part of the global pharmaceutical and biotechnology industries, offering full-spectrum services from preclinical research to post-market pharmacovigilance. The world's largest CRO companies include IQVIA, PPD, Parexel, Covance, and Medpace. Summary. CROs originated in the 1970s, driven by stricter FDA regulations. The industry took shape and experienced rapid growth in the 1980s and 1990s, with the introduction of ICH-GCP facilitating international expansion. In the 21st century, globalization and technological advancements have propelled the industry forward, with major companies consolidating through mergers and acquisitions. The development of CROs is closely linked to drug research, regulatory changes, and technological innovations, and the industry is expected to continue expanding and evolving in the future.